In my view, I feel that there is a gap. Institutions around the world are producing graduates in large numbers. And once they are produced, and I think I'm going to differ a little bit with my colleague who just presented, once they are produced, they are left there to go into the streets. And these graduates, when they go into the street to look for jobs, there is a challenge that faces them. Because the industry or the enterprises, they argue to say the graduates don't have the necessary skills and competencies that would enable them to be integrated into the labor market. That is the major argument that we are facing when it comes to graduates. As we are now also being focused into the weakening of the global recovery, we continue to see that there are thousands, if not millions, of graduates who still remain unemployed. And Botswana, in response to such challenges, has taken itself to realign its policy on matters of graduate unemployment and place measures that are innovative to address employability. One of the challenges that we realize is that while there is unemployment, at the same time, there are employment opportunities. And these employment opportunities, we find that they require a new caliber of an employee who has the relevant competences and skills that are aligned from the traditional mode of economy that was more production to an economy that is more knowledge-based and more service-based. You will see that traditionally, institutions of higher learning, they tend to produce graduates who are focused into programs that are more traditional. And these programs, when you take out the product, which happens to be the graduates, and you put them in a globalized world, you know, we are all aware that globalization is a very encompassing phenomenon that has brought with itself a tremendous transformation in almost all aspects of life. You know, when you talk of globalization, we are seeing opportunities where lots of jobs are being created, and at the same time, where jobs are being created, we are seeing different challenges that are placed before the traditional occupations that we're used to. Now the question is this new graduate in the 21st century, but I want to believe that we are moving towards the 22nd century, is this new graduate of the 22nd century more enterprising, more innovative to fit into this global economy? I want to agree with the keynote speaker who brought in a very important aspect where he talked about, you know, the traditional universities, that they have always prepared graduates who have always believed that they have to go out there and look for a job. But are they looking for a job only with the right skills and competencies? Or also, are universities preparing these graduates to be more enterprising and become engaged in innovative ideas that can be commercialized? In my view, given these challenges, I believe that there is need to develop employability skills. There is a greater need to align the industry. There is a greater need to also align the education institution and the labor market to talk the same language. I know institutions will always argue and say, what are the skills that are needed that we are talking about global employability? The institutions, higher learning of institutions are arguing to say, we are seated here, we are not aware or we are not fully understanding the very skills or the very competencies that are needed to become more employable. I believe that in order for the new universities to realign itself with the changing needs of the economy, an economy that is knowledge-based, there is need to have dialogue. There is need to have a dialogue that is policy-based. And I believe that global employability is all about a policy choice. A policy choice that would allow both institutions and the industry to have a shift in terms of the language that they want to talk, and in terms of what kind of graduates would they produce such that they can be integrated into the whole new economy. My question today that I want to pose to everyone today, particularly academic researchers, the industry experts, as well as government, is that have we begun this dialogue on policy shift? Because I believe that global employability is all about policy shift. How far are we in this dialogue? And what are we doing as a tripartite relationship to ensure that we instill this dialogue that can translate and manifest itself into the issue of global employability that we are all talking about? I want to believe that when we talk of internalization, although it has different aspects to it, one of the aspects that I would like to focus on is the type of curriculum that universities produce. If we are talking internalization, I think we should maybe for a little bit forget about student exchanges and focus on this curriculum where I believe that if students are given proper education and the universities have a strong relationship with the industry, they can produce a policy that would produce, at the end of the day, graduates that are globally competitive, graduates that are able not only to be looking for jobs, but that can be enterprising as well. I want to borrow from the Botswana model through the internship program as my close, that as government of Botswana, we have formulated an innovative action plan to address matters of employability, both in the global context and within an internationalization realm. Botswana's aspirations are to become a knowledge society by 2020. What we do in the government of Botswana through the Ministry of Labor and Home Affairs, because we have seen this challenge of employability, we take graduates and we place them into different sectors of the economy to serve their internship for 2 years. One might ask and question if 2 years isn't it too long? From where I'm seated, I'll tell you that given the forever changing and the dynamic of the economy that requires a service provision economy, I think 2 years suffices. And also given that we are living in a world of lifelong learning, in our department, we take these interns and they serve in all sectors of the economy for 24 months. And currently, we have over 4,000 interns who are attached in this program. And this is the capacity that we can take for now. But at the same time, we have over 6,000 graduates who are awaiting an opportunity to be part of that internship, given that employers are saying that what is available, the graduates that are there, don't have the necessary competencies and skills that will allow them to be integrated into the economy. At the same time, we have also shifted our paradigm as the department, because we don't want to instill in graduates or in the interns that you have to look for a job. We have also taken the shift to say they need to be enterprising. We need to cultivate a sense of graduates who are able to say, I can also create jobs. I can also be part of the labor market. And we do this with different stakeholders. And that is why earlier on I said, how far are we with the dialogue? Are we able to talk the same language, all of us? In terms of internationalization, the department has also seen it important to take some of its graduates and send them to serve their internship overseas. We have interns serving in India, we have interns serving in South Africa, because we believe that as we expose our graduates to different multinational companies, they will bring with them the different skills that are needed, hence addressing the issue of global employability and making them to be more relevant into the ever-changing dynamics of the economy.